There was a lag. And we're back. What's up? Chasta and Huey here. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, right? Happy Monday.
Good to see you in person.
I know.
Sitting across from me versus last week when we were both remotely from our home studios.
Home studios, yeah. And I actually just realized I'm very buttoned up right now. Did you notice? I haven't taken my jacket off all day because it's freezing in here.
I was wearing my jacket in my office earlier today.
Yeah.
That side of the building's freezing. I think they're shutting down different parts of this floor since we're phasing out, moving out. I noticed like that other side of the building where technically there's no bodies over there.
Yeah.
People working.
No bodies.
It's freezing. And like, I just feel like things are coming apart, falling apart. Like, I'm afraid to drink the water over there because that's not been updated.
There's no soap. Oh, I just ordered soap for the bathroom because there's no women work here anymore. So there's never any soap in the women's restroom. So I'm like, F it. I'll order some soft soap and just bring it in myself.
Okay.
Because every time after I pee, yes, I do wash my hands, but I have to go all the way around to the break room to wash my hands there after I have to go to the bathroom.
Are you walking like this?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a towel.
Okay.
And because I'm grabbing, handles.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 door handles to get to wash my hands. So I have to do it that way. It's ridiculous.
That's happened. So was it last week? Tommy and I were running errands. We went to Best Buy. What was it? Oh, we were looking at iPhone cases, and he had to go to the bathroom. So he went to the bathroom. He then comes out and he's like, "We need to go somewhere else." There's what he said. There was no soap in the dispenser for to wash his hands.
Oh.
So he's freaking out, and I said, I asked for something, and he's like, "I'm not touching it. You reach in my pocket and grab his phone." Oh, because we were looking at cases, and so I was like, "Let me see your phone." He's like, "I'm not touching my phone." I was like, "Why? I just came from the bathroom and I haven't washed my hands yet."
Oh my God, I'm so that way.
I'm like, okay, so I'm reaching.
I respect that, by the way, Tommy.
So I'm reaching in his pocket and like pulling out his wallet and his phone, and he's like pretty much standing there, just hands up, because he's like.
So to someone walking by, you're just a dude that's pilfering around in another dude's pocket.
Exactly.
That probably raised some eyebrows.
He's like, "Let's hurry up, let's get out of here," because I was like.
As he's saying that, too. That sounds even more sus.
So we jump in the car and we go to Target, and he runs in, use the Target bathroom to wash his hands, and then we go home. So, yeah, he was
Did you just pick up a little hand sanitizer to have it nearby as well?
I know.
That's ridiculous. I'm just seeing over here in the comments, what's up, Michaela?
Oh, yeah, people are checking. Okay, good. It's working.
Yes, I have the comments pulled up on my screen. We're slowly figuring out how to do this.
Yeah.
And I apologize. The lighting in here is terrible, and I'm just so Morticia White that sometimes it just it totally blanks me out. So whatever. It's fine. So Huey and I have come to a very important conclusion that we hate January.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? This came up. When did this come up? This came up on Bone Breakers.
On Bone Breakers,
Saturday night. You blurted that out, and I was laughing because I was like, oh my God, I feel that in my bones. So do your rant that you did on Bone Breakers about how crappy January is, and all the Capricorns can be pissed at us.
That's totally fine. I'm sorry, Capricorns. You have a crappy month to have your birthday, and you should have had your birthday. You should have been born. Your parents should have had you 2 weeks earlier, 2 weeks later, or a month earlier.
Not our fault.
But just in general, I hate the month of January. To me, it's the worst month of the whole year. One, as you know, I'm a summer guy. I love the summer season. I'm a California kid. I'm a Bay Area kid. So summer season is my favorite season in general. Like, I hate when October starts.
Oh, how dare you.
Just because like the fall season starts, it starts getting colder, wetter, and then, the winter season. Anyway, I could put up with the cold season when it's part of the holidays.
Yeah.
Like, I can deal with the cold weather because I'm like, oh, okay, it helps me get in the mood as far as Christmas season, even Thanksgiving, like all that. It's like, okay,
there's something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's like it's part of the whole vibe, the whole setting of what the holidays are, the cold weather. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But come New Year's, like the older I've gotten, the more I hate New Year's Eve. Because it's celebrating. All right, January's here. And I'm like, New Year. I'm like, damn it. Christmas is completely gone now. December's over with. It's a new year. And it's just January. It's just cold weather. And there's nothing to look forward to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I actually really like New Year's Day because you know me. This is productivity. I have all the list. I like to plan. I like to reset. Like, that's just my vibe. So for that reason, yes, I like it. But that's literally the first couple of days. After that, I'm over it. Like, January, it's just cold. I'm also not a cold person. Obviously, I'm all bundled up.
I know.
In here.
Yes.
I literally travel with me everywhere I go with a little heater. But no, I'm with you. And what sucks about this, and this is like absolute truth. Michaela totally agrees with it. Yeah. New Year's Eve was my favorite. Yeah. New Year's Eve, it was an interesting one this year for sure, but it was good until it
It
was good until it wasn't. We'll leave it there.
Which we talked about on the last episode.
Yes, we did.
So please check that out.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, if you're watching right now, either live, part of the live stream, or watching later on demand, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, on the Chasta Huey YouTube channel. Leave a comment, share the video, all that good stuff.
Yes. So my apologies is to the people in our lives, and there are loads of them for whatever reason that have birthdays in January, starting with my husband, for God's sake.
I know that's the thing when we were talking about this on Bone Breakers, which for anyone listening, you're like, what's that? That's our new music show here at 107.7 The Bone, the Rock of the Bay here in San Francisco. It's our new music show every Saturday at 9 p.m. We play just new music. We break new songs, break new artists, break the format. And we were just talking about, it was the last the last weekend for the month of January. And then that led off to this tangent of you and I talking about how much we hate January.
Yeah. And I mean, it's no shade to my husband, Dennis Willis, Stephen Kirk, Mari, my friend Carol Garcia. Like there's so
Paul
many.
Tonelli.
Paul Tonelli, is tomorrow? No.
Is it the 20? It's the 29th.
29th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in a couple of days.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Like we have a lot of people that we love. But yeah, January sucks. So this weekend, sorry.
That should be the title of this episode.
Right, yeah.
January sucks.
I think most people agree. So this weekend, I was like, all right, like I'm not feeling super great. This month started off really strange as we touched base about New Year's. Put me in a weird headspace to begin with.
Actually, I do want to shout out, you go in really great detail on the return episode of Rock Your Life.
You listened?
Yes, of course. I sent you the screenshot. I was listening in real time.
I know, but you could have just sent me the screenshot and not listened.
No. I listened to the whole thing. So, it's Rock Your Life, which... please describe. But that 20-minute episode, it was the whole thing. And you were talking about what happened.
Yeah, Rock Your Life for me, that podcast is really, it's my therapy. Like,
Totally.
It's just talking things out, getting stuff out of my head, having great conversations. But yes, I did go into real detail there about what happened in New Orleans on New Year's Eve. But it just put me in a weird headspace to start the month and year.
I'll link it up in the... what do you call it? The description.
In the description below.
Yeah, down below.
We sound like actual YouTubers.
I know. Dude,
check the description below.
I've been a side note on Instagram, I've been getting a lot of these social media tutorial videos, and I've been saving everything, and it's I need to sit down one evening and just go over how to YouTube properly, how to social media properly, all this stuff.
We're jumping in
to build this thing.
Yeah.
Of the Chasta Huey, the brand of that is.
Yeah, we're putting the train together as it rolls down the tracks. But
I know.
That's fine. At least we're on it.
I know. One day, we will get an intro made, video intro.
We will. We're actually close to that. Yeah. We're very close.
So sorry, Rock Your Life.
Anyway. So yeah, I brought that back. But I was like, okay, so this weekend I was thinking what's bumming me out? Where, how do I get myself out of this kind of funk?
Yep.
And I realized how much a lot of social media is dragging me down right now.
Totally. I'm with you.
And I was like, Facebook right now, for me, at least with who and what I'm seeing, was a real toxic place. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to get off Facebook altogether. I'm not going to be one of those people that's bah,
bye, Felicia.
I've lived I don't know, 15
bye, Zuckerberg.
years. I've lived 15 years of my life. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook. And quite frankly, the best part for me is memories. The memories that pop up, you're like, oh my God. So I don't want to jump off of it entirely. But what I did over the weekend is I took it off my phone.
Really?
I was like, I did.
Which app?
Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the most toxic. I already had Twitter off my phone a year ago, so I don't have Twitter on my phone at all.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I think I need to really back off from Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter's extremely toxic now. Yeah. But based on the owner and what that person's done recently, I'm like, I can't support that.
There. Yeah. No business.
I got to sign up for Blue Sky at this point.
I don't know anything about that, actually. I need to just investigate. What is it? What's the app more like?
It's just
more like Facebook?
It's more like Twitter. It's really just a Twitter competitor.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of people who are on there and they say it's just not as toxic.
I did look up the CEO and she looks lovely.
Okay.
So far.
I'll check it out and I'll report back next week.
Okay. All right. You go first.
Yeah. Which, by the way, please follow us at Chasta and Huey on all social media, pretty much Facebook, X, and Instagram right now.
So Instagram still comes to my phone. TikTok, Michaela, comes to my phone whenever she sends me something. It'll open on TikTok. But so I can get on, like, I have my Facebook pulled up right now in front of me, but it's making that conscious decision of going, okay, I know I could be stepping into the fire right now.
Okay.
I know I could be hit with negativity. I am ready mentally for it. I'm not like opening my phone the first thing when I wake up and blam, it's in my face. It's like,
Yes.
okay, I've gotten into my day, into the rhythm, whatever. I'm going to take 10 minutes and see what's going on.
Okay.
But it's on my laptop and it's designated time.
Okay.
Where I'm not just doom scrolling.
Yes.
Because on Instagram, I don't know what your Instagram looks like. This could be a funny podcast where we go like, what's on your For You page? But mine is a lot of things that actually help me de-stress, like watching people clean. You and I have talked about that.
Oh,
like, you
that's
like
right.
ASMR
Yes.
videos.
Well, mine right now is just wrestling and hot girls.
Right. So, like, nothing to be mad at there, right? It's like, yeah. And so that's how my Instagram is.
Yeah.
I go on there and it's like I can chill for a little while.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
breathe.
yeah.
But this weekend, you'd be so proud of me. Okay, well, first of all, let's go back. So Saturday night, Mama tied one on. I clearly did not know how rough last week was until I got a martini in my hand. And then after a few martinis, I was like, I need to check myself. But I was dancing. We were out at Longboards for the all caps party, the Capricorn party.
I'm so bummed I missed it, which I was telling you off the air what happened to me.
Yes,
which we can save for a second. Or go ahead. But you were.
Do you want to talk about?
Oh, well, what happened? Okay, yeah, no. So, I really think the older I have become, I think my body is really changing. I really think I'm starting to become lactose intolerant.
Sucks.
Just because I had some ice cream after dinner on Saturday night.
Of all the excuses you could think of to not come hang out with me.
I know. And literally within like the next hour, my stomach just started bubbling and I just had the bubble guts like for the next couple hours. I took some Pepto and I just was resting before I picked up my brother from work. And like, I was like, okay, if it works fast enough, I think I'll be confident to be able to drive from Alameda to Pacifica and enjoy myself for like an hour and a half, because that's the amount of time I thought I could get away with before picking up my brother.
Yeah.
But I was risking it. I was like, I don't want to risk it because the last thing I want to do is take a poo at Longboard.
Exactly. Yeah, because that's a little bathroom and it's right there by the dance floor.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm sorry. I think I'll have to sit this one out.
I got the poopies.
I got the poopies.
If that ever happens again, just send me a bunch of poopy emojis.
Okay.
And I'll know exactly what's going on.
But luckily, I saw pretty much everyone there back in December, when we saw the Talking Heads tribute band.
Right.
And then even...
And Bottom of the Hill.
For
Jay's birthday.
That's right. Jay's birthday, Bottom of the Hill. But then even, was it back in November, didn't Stay on Empire play Longboard?
Yes.
So I feel like I've seen everyone there multiple times the last couple of months. I'm like, okay, I can
sit this one out on the toilet.
And plus, I went out the last few weekends. I was like, I'm going to take it easy this past weekend.
That's how I was last weekend.
So
I was not feeling great. Yeah,
I'm bummed missing you. Yeah, tying one on and
oh man, I have video that will never be posted on the internet.
Oh
Never.
yeah,
it is like
I get that.
Somebody behind me. Okay, so it was our friend Dave McCarroll's birthday as well. Another Capricorn, for God's sakes. And they have a band called Just Some Dudes. And they're super fun, and they play all covers. Like, you would love it because it's a lot of 90s rock covers.
Okay,
everything that you sing along with, right? And so Jay and I, we both were like this. We were just like, let's friggin' go. So Jay and I are like grabbing microphones, singing with the band, dancing, screaming our asses off, like leading the charge. It was so much fun.
What were you guys singing?
Remedy, Black Crows. And Jay was going for it. Cumbersome, we sang. I don't even remember.
Cumbersome is a really good song. Dude, there are some like really good 90s songs. Thanks to Instagram, these like 90s fan pages, 90s kids pages, and they share a lot of like great grunge songs. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about that song. I was like, getting inspired. Like, we could totally do a 90s weekend on the bone.
And we should.
Yeah.
Not 90s, but you caught me on Instagram the other day with a song when it was Michael Hutchins' birthday. In Excess, Never Tear Us Apart.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's such a good song. And they actually covered that. I think that was like their first or second song. I like jumped up and like took off running.
That's right. It was his birthday. Yeah.
Like last Wednesday or something.
Because I shared Don't Change.
Yes.
There was like 10 singles or whatever.
Right, and you just
on the
flipped through.
carousel. So I love Don't Change. That's my favorite In Excess song. Shout out the cover-ups. Billy Joe Armstrong's covers band, Dave, covered that song. Also the Spasmatics, who we saw at Dan's in Walnut Creek the weekend before. They didn't do it that night, but back in December they do it.
Yeah.
Or did it. So yeah, I love their version of, or their cover of and excess don't change.
Such great music. Oh my God. But yeah, anyway, so Mama went out and I was like, and on Sunday I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a load off. So we do every Sunday and Saturday for that matter, we do family reading where we all curl up on the couch, me, Jay, and Cody, and we all have our books. And we
on
just
Sunday.
curl up together and read. And so we did that for 2 full hours yesterday. I cannot tell you the last time I sat with an actual book on my couch and read for 2 hours.
I figure you were doing something because I texted you. Sorry, I couldn't make it last night.
I didn't even have my phone. My phone was in my bedroom.
Yeah, no, that's great. No, that's fine. Because
I never not respond to you.
Yeah, you text a couple hours later. I'm like, okay, no, I get it. Sunday is family day, and I respect, like, do what you got to do. Get back to me later. It's fine. I just want to let you know, like, hey, I had the poopies.
Yeah, I was curled up. I mean, we were all curled up on the couch, and it was so nice. I'm reading this really interesting book. Michaela's on here, so she'll love it. Anybody that's into dark, interesting things, I'll post about this later. I was going to anyway. It's about how other countries besides America do death. Like when you lose a loved one, how that is processed, both physically and emotionally and all of it.
Okay.
It is remarkable. But it's written by a mortician. So she goes into grand detail about what happens to your body.
Oh, what they actually do with the actual body.
Yeah.
Not so much how they process?
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, it's really fascinating. But like there's a couple times I was reading the book and I was like, oh my God, talking about like human decomposition, but like as in composting. Like as in you go in a compost bin.
Does anyone
It's gnarly.
Does anyone like do how they do in Star Wars? You know, when Darth Vader died, Luke Skywalker, they had a celebration, then they burned his body.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. In India they do that.
Okay.
In public.
Okay.
Like it's crazy. When I was there, we saw some of it. Like they put them on like a spire kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you can literally see like feet hanging out.
Wow.
It's nuts.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, I shouldn't say it's nuts. It's beautiful. However, these other countries and other places and cultures do it, it's beautiful, but it's a remarkable. Like some of them will keep. Okay, I'll stop talking about the book and just give me 1 second because this is fascinating.
Okay.
In Mexico, they were talking about the fact that they often will live with the body for weeks, months, years at a time. They were interviewing this one kid that said that he grew up 7 years. He slept in the bed with his dead grandpa. Like that was just
for how long?
7 years.
Wait, how
until
the body?
They buried him.
But then the body's decomposing and smelling and skin.
It doesn't smell for a really long time. Like you get past the smell portion fairly quickly. But then after that, it's like a stiff.
So who did the book? You don't know who did the book?
It's a mortician out of Los Angeles.
Okay, so shout out Chris Relva, who's listening right now. He's asking, is it Carla Harvey from from the Butcher
not.
Babies?
I'll post it, Chris.
Okay.
I think if you're into that sort of thing, you can't have a weak stomach. I'm telling you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling you. But anyways, it's fast. So that was my lovely Sunday reading. Yeah, I know.
So you partied Saturday, got
and then read about death
drunk,
for 2 hours.
and then read about drunk. That's awesome. That's a good.
That's a good weekend. That's a Chasta weekend.
That's a Chasta weekend right there.
So I was thinking, we were talking about like things that make us happy, like if you need a good dopamine hit that's not your phone, that's not social media, like what do? You and I have talked about our love of napping, like taking a quick reset nap.
Totally.
Is a game changer.
Napping, it's, I guess the older we've gotten, it just becomes more and more appreciated, needed.
Also our hours.
Totally.
Our hours are stupid.
So for me, as you know, and I don't know if the listeners know, I've been working more from home these last couple of weeks in the new year for the month of January. And what I'll do is I'll start work when the morning show starts. And then after I get done with my post-show stuff, I will take a nap.
Yeah.
And then get up in the early afternoon and then finish some work in the afternoon.
Yep.
And then, because I just need that little break.
It's a reset.
Totally. And then, like, it's a little recharge the batteries and then go and finish the rest of the afternoon strong and get the rest of the stuff done. Because the other thing, too, is, as you said before, our jobs are pretty much 24/7, but also some of our coworkers, they have like normal office hours. So they're dealing with stuff in the late afternoon.
Right.
And so if they need questions or stuff answered from us or things done, we can get it done at that time too.
Yeah.
So
we work nonstop basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, napping is a big thing. At Chris Relva, to answer your question, her name is Caitlin Doughty.
Okay.
And the name of the book is From Here to Eternity, Traveling the World to Find the Good Death.
Ooh.
Very, very good.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my screen, but no, you can't. But it's really, really cool. I'll post it. So being active is another thing. Now I'm active every day. I'm doing some sort of like walking, running, weights at the gym, whatever. But like if you can do that in sunshine, and I know right now that's hard because it is so dreary. Thank you, January.
Yeah. There's no Santa Claus to get me through it.
That dopamine, that serotonin, like really helps a lot.
I am really starting to understand that since working from home these last few weeks. As much as I love working from home, I feel like I'm being more productive, getting a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
At the same time, I do feel a little bit of a glut, or just like a blob, because I'm not as being walking around active. I'm like wearing my basketball shorts and like I'm just, I'm not getting dressed to come to work. I know I don't have the best fashion when it comes to work stuff, but I'm dressed. I take the time to dress to get here, but at home I'm like even more chilled out clothing attire. So I'm with you. I'm not going outside as much.
Okay, I'm going to stop down and give you a little advice because I've been working partially from home for like 8 years, since Cody was born, basically, because that's when I built my new home studio. What I found is it's really important to keep that same sense of routine.
Yes.
Like even at home, every morning I get up, I get ready, I put my makeup on, and I get dressed in real clothes. Because I have found, and it took me a while to figure this out. That's why I'm giving this as advice.
Okay.
Because I found that I was feeling that way. I wasn't as motivated. I didn't feel ready to take on the day because it felt like I was like cozy in my house clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I just treat it as if it's a normal work day.
Okay.
But what I do with the getting up, I set an alarm on my Apple Watch or my phone at 10 till the hour. Every hour, it'll buzz me to stand up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And so I'll go and I'll just literally do a loop around the backyard. Like I'll just go pee, go do a loop around the backyard, maybe get some more coffee and kind of do a little couple stretches and then go back. Just like getting up for just 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes will make all the difference in the world.
Okay.
Go in your backyard, look up at the sun. As Jay says, Jay starts every morning this way. He's very hippy-dippy about it.
Yeah.
He takes off his shoes. He goes outside. He stands in the grass and he like connects with the earth.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Takes some deep breaths, puts his face to the sun. Like he's very, very about that.
I wonder.
It's a really good way to start.
I'm just thinking, yes, take a lap around my house or outside, but then like after the show, maybe do a lap around the block.
Yeah, just around the block. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. And it can add up. Like that's the other thing is people think, well, like to exercise, it has to be like I have to go run for an hour. No, you don't. You can take like 3 10-minute walks a day, and all of a sudden you've got all those steps in and you've walked for 30 minutes throughout the day.
Gotcha.
You can do it in chunks, but just getting up and moving a little bit will help a lot with like a little bit of a boost if you're feeling like you need one. Also, play some music or watch a show you love. I'm not really a watch a show I love kind of person. I'm not a huge TV person, but I consider social media kind of that.
I realize it's really tough for me to watch TV now. I feel like
it's an attention span issue.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
It's hard for me to focus now.
Yeah. Because usually you're like, you've got so much going on.
And I feel like I watch more stuff on YouTube, either podcasts or podcast clips or just watching wrestling because there's so much wrestling out there I just watch. And I realize like I'm so far behind on so many shows like Cobra Kai. There's a bunch of other shows I really want to watch that I just don't sit down and watch, and I realize I have a attention issue. Like
it's all of us.
Yeah.
We're all like that. I have a question for you. When you sit down, let's say you're watching Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Do you sit down and watch that? Like you just sit still. You're not on your phone. Your phone's not in your hand. You're like not doing other things on the computer.
I try to.
Sitting there.
Sometimes in the past, I will pause and look at social media because there's no commercials theoretically. Like when you're watching something on Netflix, there's no commercials. I will make my own commercial break.
Right.
I'll hit pause and I'll check social media for like a couple minutes and then hit play again.
Yeah. So the only time I watch a show like that uninterrupted is when I'm watching TV with Jay. And that's only because I feel like, or we've discussed this, like we don't have our phones in our hands while we're watching TV together because we're distracted. So we'll like bond over what we're watching. We have like one show we're watching right now, Good Girls. Very good show, by the way.
Okay.
Also really dark. Sorry. My books are dark. My TV shows are dark. It's all dark. But I will find myself like, if I'm watching something on TV that's on YouTube, I will like find myself sort of float, my brain float.
Which I realize a lot of my, quote, TV watching is taken up by watching stuff on YouTube, which, shameless plug, if you're watching right now, please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Hope we can be part of your Monday live watch along.
I love it.
And also, working on, I know the audio version. It's up on the Bones RSS feed. So wherever you get your Bones podcast, Chasta Huey's been living there now.
Absolutely. Yes, I love it. All right, so let's recap.
Okay.
Get moving, take a nap, get outside.
Okay.
So you could get moving and get outside at the same time if it's at all possible, weather permitting. Play some music, man. Nothing will change your mood. Shout out to Paul Tonelli this weekend.
I know.
Oh, my God. He texted you and I, and he sent us this a playlist. And he was like, do your homework, go through it. I think it's really badass because it's all his stuff that he loves.
I respect what he's been doing with his extra free time
Me
now.
too.
Yes,
I love it.
I love it.
He's living his best life. He's going, he walks like 8 miles a day.
I know.
It's amazing.
When I saw him back
traveling.
when I saw him in December, he looked great.
Oh, yeah. No, he's happy as a little
well rested.
Yeah.
And he's got his physique he's still slimmed down, toned down. So he's looking great.
No, he looks great. He was sending me, I think it was Friday night, he was texting me like 1 million videos. And I'm like, what is he doing? And I looked, and for some reason his phone only records 30 seconds at a time. So he's sending me the whole song, but in 30-second chunks. Because he knew Little Wing is one of my favorite songs of all time. And this ripping guitar player at the saloon he was at in San Francisco was playing it. And so he's like, oh my God, this is Chasta. So he sent me like 8 videos. Anyway, my point to that is he sent this playlist that it was phenomenal. And it was all stuff that's like we don't normally talk about, bond over. It wasn't a whole lot of rock. It was like other stuff. And it was really, really good.
And that's something I think you and I are very lucky to get to know of Paul Tonelli.
Mm-hmm.
He has a really great, rich love and passion for music.
Big time.
And there's a lot of great bands and songs he'll introduce us to or remind us about. And it's like, wow, he knows his stuff.
Oh, he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and current stuff and old stuff and everything in between. It is remarkable how similar his taste and my taste in music that is like non-rock, if you will, or rock adjacent.
Or like bluesy
influence. Bluesy, jazzy, Zydeco. Like, so good. So good.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you, Paul Tonelli. That gave me a huge boost of happiness this weekend. And then practicing gratitude. Like, that's something big in our house.
Yes, I'm with you. That's something the older I've gotten as well, of like appreciate what I do have.
Yeah.
You know, I might be frustrated. Some things are not going my way, but look at what do I do have and I can appreciate in real time right now. So like working from home now, I'm able to be there more for my dad and help my brother out. Like I've been getting more family time that I've been putting off for a long time.
Yeah.
So having that family time is just really important.
Even more so now that your dad is getting older.
Yeah. And, 20 years from now, I'll look back on like I'm glad I had this extra time.
Absolutely.
But just also, still having a job in this crazy industry that we're in.
Amen.
Like that's the one thing. It's like, take a step back and it's like, okay, what's the positive here?
Yeah.
Okay, we still have jobs. Let's have fun. You and I got a lot of plans for 2025. We'll kick ass like we always do. Yeah. But also, it's just the other cool things we get to experience. I'm just thinking, living in California, living in the Bay Area, we're so lucky to live here.
Yeah.
There's so many great things going on. I mean, as we talked about earlier, great music happening this past weekend. There was great shows happening the last few weekends. There's always something cool going on to go out and appreciate. Just be able to go out and enjoy life. That's the other thing, too, to appreciate. Yeah.
There are plenty of ways to do gratitude, too. I think when you say that out loud, people think like, oh, I have to journal now. Like, that's a job, like a gratitude journal. You don't necessarily have to do it like that. Like, every night, our thing, whenever Cody goes to bed and we go in and pray with him, it's like prayer/gratitude. So inside of the prayer will be like, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this beautiful day. This is what we got to do together. We really enjoyed this. We're grateful for that. And so that's our way of a family is talking about our gratitude. And it's so normal to Cody. Like he has no idea that's like that not everyone may do that. You know what I mean? Because he's done that every day of his life, his whole life.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that. So there's a guy out there on YouTube, Chris Van Vliet. He's known for being one of the top wrestling interviewers, but he has a background in TV. He currently does entertainment TV in Las Vegas. He did it in Miami for a long time, but he also has a very popular YouTube channel. But he always ends his interviews like you have your question. What do you love about music? What do you love about music? Chris Van Vliet, he always ends his interview. Tell me 3 things you're grateful for.
That's fantastic.
So all the wrestlers he talks to all have to come up with something, and most of the time the question. A lot of them always say my family, my friends. They always kind of go that route, and it's like usually what's the third thing that is the unique answer?
Yeah.
So I'm with you. In his interviews, I always get reminded what to be grateful for.
And it's interesting because the more you do that, the more you find yourself looking around in the day as you're living it, going, "Oh man, I'm really grateful for that. Like this is something that I really hold gratitude for." I've been ending my speech sessions with what was your favorite part of today?
I know.
That's my niece, Michaela.
Yeah.
She is getting her master's in speech pathology, which I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
That's the thing I love about live streaming. We get these live questions and, interactions going on.
I love it. Okay, so this is an interesting transition from gratitude into a Huey help.
Okay.
So,
I forgot to get the sounder
that's
ready.
okay. The Huey help. Okay, so this one I thought was, well, you know what? I'll save my opinion on this. I'm just going to read it as is.
Okay.
And then we can discuss, okay? So Molly says, my husband and I have been together for over 5 years, married for almost 3.
Oh, real quick. So Molly emailed us,
Yes.
chastaandhuey@gmail.com.
Should have said that. Correct.
Sorry.
Well done. No, you're good at the plug. Very good. Okay, he's in no way, so they've been married for 5 years, or together for 5, married for 3. He's in no way a pushover, and we've always gotten along great, but one habit of his has been bugging me for a while now. He'll say thank you, seemingly for no reason at all, and he does this frequently. I will ask him what he's thanking me for, and he'll say he's got lots of reasons to be grateful. But I feel like it makes his gratitude less sincere when I actually deserve thanks.
Oh, okay.
What I want to know is if this is a behavior I should try and get him to change, or should I just learn to not let it upset me? You go first, because I'm gonna get heated here. I want to hear how you feel about this one.
I'm curious what the tone is. Is it like thank you, or is it like thank you?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question.
So one, the tone.
Yeah.
My initial reaction is he like some like really hippie guy. Like for some reason, I imagine he probably like got long hair. He's got like he lives in Berkeley somewhere, the old Berkeley. So I kind of wonder if he's like. Yes, he's like grateful for everything. So he's like, thank you.
So you feel like it's about tone that would equate it to sincerity.
But I'm with you. I think if you overdo something, then it loses its effect. It's not as powerful.
That's interesting.
It's not as sincere. Because there's I'm trying to think of an example.
'Cause I'm big on thank yous. Big on
absolutely.
Oh, man.
If we do something for you, I want to thank you at least.
Yeah, it's like just
Give me a thank
acknowledge
you.
the effort.
Yes.
Like Cody knows.
Yeah.
Like if you ask me for cottage cheese at night, I'm not getting it until there's a thank you attached to the end of that.
I'm trying to think, well, like...
Or please and
I guess I'll put myself out there. One thing I kind of noticed, I'm trying to do a better job of just responding to people.
Yeah.
And I usually say, my go-to answer is, thank you, I appreciate that, or I appreciate it.
Okay.
And I realize I say, I appreciate it, or I appreciate you to everything, and I'm worried, like, am I overdoing it? And everyone's going to be like, you say that to everyone, so do you really appreciate me or not?
But you do.
I do.
I mean, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I wonder if I should
it dilutes
change
it.
Yeah, if it's oversaturating that thought. So maybe do I need to mix it up and keep it different for everyone? That's my own little mental dilemma I've been dealing with just for the last few months, like when I'm responding to people. Because listen, at the end of last year, there was a lot of people who were really being supportive of you and I and what we were doing, filling in, hosting the morning show. And you and I will not forget those true people who took care of us and were there for us and really great positive
I have a list in my head of the good and the bad.
Absolutely.
I remember.
And we know who the bad are.
I will remember.
I will never forget who the bad
are.
Forever. But shout out Chris Relva. He's one of the good ones.
Yes, absolutely.
Said so many good things to me about what we were doing. So anyway, I realized like I'll say a lot to people. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm wondering, am I overdoing it? Should I change up, do something different? But I'm being genuine when I'm saying I appreciate it. Like, I'm not used to getting compliments. And so when someone says something nice to me, I do say I appreciate it. So going back to, our listener here, you're right. I am concerned. They're saying thank you a lot to, my chair keeps falling down.
I was just going to say, am I losing it?
No.
You started going away. I'm like, stupid chairs.
I know.
Oh, God. I
hope
our new spot has better chairs.
That's what I'm thinking, like working from home.
We're grateful for the chair. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But working from home.
I'm going to throw this chair. Working from home, I realize my office setup is better than some of the settings here. Like I have a big boy chair that supports like up to 500 pounds.
That's amazing.
So anyway, side note. So someone that says thank you a lot, I'm with you. I think it oversaturates. And
so you agree with her?
Yes, it's like
I vehemently disagree with her. And I'll tell you why. Because I have a husband like this.
Okay.
Jay says if I do the dishes, thank you, baby. I really appreciate it.
Okay,
that.
so yeah, he says thank you for all the actions.
For anything
Okay.
I do in the house.
Okay.
He's like, I see you, thank you. Like on Sundays, every Sunday is clean sheet Sunday is what we call it. And so after I make the beds, and I'm kind of traditional like that. Like I do all the laundry in the house. He and I kind of split the dishes, but there's certain things I do, certain things he does, like the yard stuff.
Okay.
But every single Sunday after I'd put, the sheets on, he always is like, thank you for doing that. Cody, tell mommy thank you.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, he'll go in his sock drawer, he'll pull out socks, he'll be like, thank you for the clean socks. Like he's so that guy.
Okay.
So it made me laugh when you said a hippie guy with long hair. I'm like, or my little hippie guy with no hair.
But I'm glad for Cody. He's learning
seeing
the
that.
positive reinforcement.
Right.
I mean, a positive role model, but also to give positive reinforcement to someone who's done some, hard work of some form.
Yeah. I mean, he's just like, thank you for taking care of us. Thank you for taking care of that.
Yeah.
And actually, yesterday we were talking about gratitude. We're sounding really hippy dippy over here. But you know what? I own my hippy dippiness. I'm all about love and community and giving back and caring for people and in inclusivity.
And by the way,
that's what I'm about.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of negative people who commenting on what you and I were doing and saying that. Like, I'm like, screw you.
They're not our people.
I know. Screw you. Go be negative in your own world then.
Yeah, exactly.
You suck.
I spew.
You must be born in the month of January because you suck.
Oh my God, that's freaking great.
Fucking asshole. Now you get me fired up here. Like going back to all the fucking haters out there from end of last year and whatnot. Like, I will never forget that. And, anyway, sorry.
Oh, my God. This is going to be the social media clip.
Oh, yeah, just give me the clip right here. Fucking douchebags out there.
Oh, my God.
We're trying to have, positive conversations.
About something meaningful.
Meaningful because the world needs it right now.
Yes, preach. Preach. Yes, it does.
So, yeah, anyway.
Anywho, back to it.
Okay, no, I'm with you. I'm all for saying thank you in response to someone doing something nice for you in some capacity.
Yeah,
I'm all for that. I just wonder, I guess I need to kind of witness this.
The delivery of it matters.
The delivery.
I do get that.
If it's like, I'm a big thank you for holding the door open.
Me too. Yeah.
Or
were you born in the South?
No, Alameda, baby.
I'm like your grandma was from the South or something.
But no, but open the doors.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't say thank you to me, I get so pissed off because I'm holding the door open, wasting my time or stalling from doing what I need to do or get to where I need to.
Yeah.
We had one sales guy here years ago. I used to hold the door for him all the time. He would never say thank you.
Oh, really?
We walk by. I totally know who it is. I'm not going to say his name.
You're also on the shit list.
You're a douchebag.
That list is getting long.
I know. One day we'll do a tell-all podcast.
Oh, yeah, we will. Oh, yeah, we'll write a book. And the list is going in there, and no, we will not change the names. We have them, they're in stone. Okay, well, I can appreciate where you're coming from.
Yes.
I think you maybe look at this a little bit differently. I'm seeing it from a little bit of a different angle than at first.
I'm all for
I was like, why are you questioning somebody who's being kind to you? But now I see what you mean.
I'm all for being thankful and saying thank you.
As long as it's sincere and coming
from sincere and it's in response to someone doing something nice for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all for that too. But yeah, I'm just thinking if it's someone saying like sarcastic, thank you. Okay, that's a douchebag right there too.
No, I agree with you. Michaela says, I want a Jay. I know, he is really special. Like, for real, I'll keep him. And then, Huey, can I borrow you for my haters? Off the air, off the record, like, Huey, I've said this a million times, one of my absolute best friends in the whole world. And it's so funny, like, when he gets pissed off, there's nothing like a pissed off Huey. It's so much fun, because he would just goes in. And he will hold it to you forever if you are a shithead to him.
Listen.
And I appreciate it.
Thank you. Like, I try to be positive on the air,
You always are.
But I come to realize, like, it's not good to hold it all in. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I need to start venting more. I mean, hell, like a lot of the great podcasts, because you and I were trying to build up this podcast, and I watch other podcasts I'm a fan of and try to get ideas how they do it. Yeah. A lot of them are really authentic and genuine and say what's on their mind and not afraid to voice their opinion within reason.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, if there's something
without being hurtful to people.
Yeah, if there's something they're pissed off about, they'll say it too.
That's great. I mean, I think you should.
There's a balance there.
I think as long as you're within reason, as long as you're not hurting people with hate speech. then you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody has their opinion, and we have the freedom to speak it.
Yeah.
For now. Okay. Anything else we want to cover on this pod before?
Wow.
That was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think this podcast, I like the idea of like different little segments we can do and just interacting. But yeah, I don't know if maybe at one point, maybe we could end an episode with like AMAs, Ask Me Anything.
Oh, great. I love that idea.
We can do that too. We don't have anything planned right now, but yeah, maybe
especially since we're by no means new when it comes to the radio, but maybe for some people on YouTube or social, they're finding us. So you're like, who the hell are these people? That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
So yeah, we can answer questions from the people the live audience.
I love that.
And then we can take some other questions. You can email us, chastaandhuey@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll start collecting questions there. Maybe do like a rapid fire bonus round.
That's fun.
Call it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so reach out to us. Again, chastaandhuey@gmail.com. I have to get used to saying that myself. If you reach me on Facebook, you might not get back in a couple of days because I'm not checking it very often.
We don't even have Messenger, right?
I don't use Messenger.
Yeah, because there were people who reach out to me.
I hate Messenger.
I sent Chasta a message a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, dude,
Messenger.
She doesn't have Messenger. You gotta.
I've never actually done Messenger. Like, on the rarest of occasion, I'll have Facebook up on my laptop and a little message will pop up and I'll see it and maybe I'll respond. But for the most, that shit does not come to my phone. Are you kidding me? No way.
I keep it just because there's some people I don't want to have my number, and so they'll reach me there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's fair. Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. But you can find me mostly on Instagram at ChastaLynn, ChastaLynn. Oh, and maybe Blue Sky soon.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely
You're
work on Blue
jump
Sky.
on that one.
You saw, I keep saying you updated emails. Oh, I forgot to do Twitch today. Oh,
live on Twitch?
Yeah, I want to do Twitch as well. So I create an account there, Chasta and Huey on Twitch.
Yes, you send me all the updated login information.
Yes.
God bless, for he's a good record keeper.
I'm trying to keep on top
Very
of all
organized.
Yes.
Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate you for that.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Hey, and thank you for watching here on YouTube. Sincerely, I know we were just joking about that, but really, it does mean a lot. The people that liked what we were doing on the air and are doing it with us here on YouTube and on audio, we love you for it.
Sorry, I was just thinking,
how important.
No, how important thank yous are, and when I don't get a thank you, it is hurtful.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
picking up what you're learning.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, you guys will connect with us online, and until next time, we'll see you then. Love you. Mwah. Bye.
Bye. Let's see if I can end this correctly.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Bye.